hope you enjoyed today's workout session.
Peace and blessings, my loves. Welcome back to the Mindful Pilates studio. I am Taylor Charisse. I'm a classical mat Pilates instructor, a woman's wellness guide, a cognitive behavioral therapy coach practitioner, and your bestie for all things wellness. For all of my beginners and newbies to Pilates, this is the video that you've been waiting for. This is a true beginner-friendly workout that we're going to be doing today. You can do this workout without any equipment. I'm going to be using a set of light weights, mine are 3 pounds, and a resistance band. If you have these at home, fabulous. Go ahead and grab them so you can follow along with the equipment. If you don't have them, as I said, it's completely fine. You'll be able to flow through this workout without any challenge. The equipment just helps you increase tension and resistance and build a little bit of strength. But again, if you're a complete beginner, you don't need any of these things to enjoy this workout flow. If you are new here, welcome. I'm so happy to have you. What we do at Mindflow is transform your Pilates workout into a mindful ritual by combining a little bit of mindful journaling and also sound bowls at the end of the class to relax your mind and body post-workout so that you're feeling grounded and calm and connected to yourself on and off the mat. I want to start off by saying thank you for showing up for yourself today, and let's go ahead and get started with our class. You can go ahead and grab your journal. Normally I would give a writing prompt, but today I feel like we should do things a little bit more intuitively. So what I want you to do in your journal is to just write down your intentions for the day. Think about the type of day that you want to have, the way that you want to feel, the activities that you want to pursue today. Think about the type of day that you want to have and the emotions that you want to feel and what you can do for yourself after this class to help you achieve that. And go ahead and write them down in your journal. I'm going to take 2 minutes to write in my journal. You can pause the video so that you can take however long you need, and then I'll speed it up on my end and we'll come back and begin our workout flow. All done. I hope that moment to just sit down and write your intentions for the day just helps give you clarity and confidence and self-reassurance that you can create the day and ultimately the life that you desire to have whenever you set your mind to it. Because that's what we do here at the Mindful Pilates studio. I'm going to go ahead and move into our workout. I hope you guys are ready. So we're going to begin our workout laying down on our mats, flat on our back. Let's go ahead and get into position here. Lower yourself down to your mat as slowly as possible. Try not to just let your body weight collapse, because that can be really bad for you and cause aches and pains and potential injury. So once you're here on the mat, with your back planted, I want you to keep your spine in a neutral position. So neutral is when there's a slight space between your lumbar, so your lower spine, and the mat. It should be kind of like a slight curve. An imprint is when your lumbar or your lower back is pressed firmly against the mat. I have another video where you can learn all the essential cues and terminologies used here in Pilates. I do suggest that you watch that video first before you take any of my classes or any classes in general for Pilates, just so you can understand a little bit more about the practice and what you're supposed to be doing and feeling in your body. Again, we're going to start off with our spine in a neutral position. So again, that slight curve of the spine. You want to make sure that your scapulas are pressed firmly into the mat for support. Our knees are bent. Our knees are also aligned with our hips. Our feet are parallel or as parallel as you can possibly get them. And we take a deep breath in through our nose. And we exhale out of our mouth. So we're going to do this a few more times. So we inhale for 5 through the nose. When we inhale, we're expanding the ribcage postural laterally, so our ribs are opening out to the sides and towards the back like an umbrella. On the exhale, we're closing our ribcage and using the momentum of our diaphragm to connect to our transverse abdominis, which is our deep abdominal muscle that wraps around from the front to the back and stabilizes our trunk region. Again, inhale for 5 through the nose. And exhale. Again, inhale for 5 through the nose. And exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. Notice how my ribs are expanding. Exhale. Now they are contracting. Last one, inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Great job. I want you to raise your hands towards the ceiling. Again, keep those scapulas firmly planted into the mat. Our palms are parallel, so facing each other. We want to also make sure that our palms are aligned with our shoulders. So from here, I want you to take another deep breath in through the nose. And on the exhale, I want you to drop your hands down towards your hips. Again, inhale. Exhale. Keep going, 2 more. Last one. Great job. Hands back towards our starting position where our palms are parallel and fingers are pointed towards the ceiling. And take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale. Scissor the arms, and as we do this time I want you to take your left leg and extend it outward. Back into center, and we switch. We're going to do this a few more times. Last set. Great job. I want you to take your hands, lower them down towards the mat. Take a deep breath in through the nose. On the exhale, I want you to extend your right leg towards the ceiling. So we're pointing to the toe. We're getting that leg as straight as possible. Now, it's more important for you to keep your leg straight, not so that your toe is pointed directly towards the ceiling. So if that means you can only extend your leg straight and your range of motion leaves your leg in a diagonal because you don't have the flexibility in your hamstrings, that's completely fine. So I want you to take a deep breath in, exhale. I want you to flex your foot. Inhale, point. Exhale, flex. Let's do that 2 more times. Last one. Great job. Point the toe once more, bend the knee, and our foot connects with the mat once again. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, we point and extend the left leg towards the ceiling, or as far as you can, as long as your leg is straight. So again, we take a deep breath in. On the exhale, we flex. Inhale, we point. And we're doing this to warm up our ankles. In Pilates, we try to make sure that we warm up the entire body before we get into any of the workouts, and that includes your ankles. So if you've ever gone to a Pilates class where you forget footwork, as we call it, and you're not warming up your ankles, big red flag. Last one. We point, then we drop it back down to the mat. Great job. Take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale. One more time. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Beautiful. From here, I want you to bring your hands back up to the ceiling. Again, remember, our palm is parallel with our shoulders. Scapulas are pressed into the mat for support. Our spine is still in the neutral position. From here, we take a deep breath in. Exhale. I want you to slowly bring your palms down towards your hips. And this time, I want you to come into like a crunch, what we call a thoracic flexion. So you're pulling up from your core, and inhale, we come back down. Beautiful. Again. Deep breath in. Exhale. Drop the hands. Flex the abdominals. Lift our head and neck off the mat. You shouldn't feel any sort of tension in the neck because you're pulling upwards from your core. Remember to exhale. Give me two more. And last one. Great job. I want you to keep your hands towards the ceiling here. Take a deep breath in. We lift the right leg into tabletop. So for my complete beginners, tabletop is when your knee is bent at a 90-degree angle so that you're creating what visually looks like a flat surface, such as a tabletop here. So from here, I want you to bring your left leg into tabletop as well. Deep breath in. On the exhale, I want you to slowly drop the right toe down towards the mat. And you can also drop the hands towards the hips. Inhale, we come back into our starting position. And on the exhale, we do the other side. If this is challenging for you, what you can do is keep your legs in that 90-degree knee bent angle on the mat. So where we started, I'll show you, so it'll look like this. And then you just slowly lift the legs from here. However, if you can, I want you to keep your legs on tabletop. Doing it this way just creates better core engagement, a little bit more challenging for the abdominals, a stronger warm-up. However, if you're not there yet, that's okay. Pilates is all about progress and not perfection. A few more. And the movement is coming from the hips. We are hinging our hips. It's not coming from the knee. So if you're doing it from the knee, it'll look like this. And that's not what we want. We want to drop the toe down from the hips. Last set. Great job. I want you to take your knees, bring them into your chest, and just relax a little bit. Good job. Massage that back into the mat. Take deep breaths in and out. Great job. I want you to look to the left. Look to the right. Again. Great job. Arms come back towards the ceiling. We drop our knees down, feet planted on the mat. We take a deep breath in, adjust yourself if you need to. On the exhale, again, we're dropping our hands down towards our hips. This time, our palms are facing the mat. I want you to do another thoracic flexion. We're using our core to pull our head and neck off of the mat. From here, I want you to begin pulsing your hands. This exercise is called the 100th, very classical Pilates exercise. We inhale for 5, exhale, 5. Keep going. You should be looking at your thighs to avoid any tension on your neck. You don't want to have your head back like this. Stay in that thoracic flexion, so curved abdominal if you can. If it becomes too challenging, you can drop it down on the mat and just continue to pulse the arms connected to their core. If you can maintain, do so. A few more. Almost there. And drop the head towards the mat and relax. Great job. Take a few deep breaths in. Beautiful. So from here, we're going to come back into our thoracic flexion. So deep breath in. On the exhale, we use our abdominals. Pulling, we're lifting the head and scapulas off the mat. I want you to take your right leg, bring it down towards your chest as much as you can. Extend the left leg out. Make sure your hips are square. You don't want to rotate the hips in any weird way. And then we switch. Again, if this is challenging, you can drop your head on the mat, it's fine. A few more. This exercise is called the one leg stretch. Last set. Bring your knees into your chest and relax. Again, you can always rock from side to side. Look from left to right to release any tension you've been holding in your neck. All right, we're going to do one more set of this exercise. So again, we take a deep breath in. Exhale. We lift the head and scapulas off the mat. Bring our thoracic flexion. We bring one knee into the chest, extend the other leg out, and switch. Inhale. Exhale. Make sure you're breathing. A few more. Last two. 1, 2. Great job. Knees back into the chest and relax. Deep breaths in and out. You can also open and close the knees to stretch the hips here. Great job. I want you to extend your arms and your legs. Get a good stretch in. Another deep breath in. And exhale. Great job. Here, I want you to take your hands, place them down beside you on the mat. I want you to imprint your spine as much as possible. So again, that's when we're taking our lumbar and pressing it into the mat. Now from here, we're pointing the toes. Okay, we're also squeezing our glutes slightly to help stabilize our core and our pelvic floor. You're gonna take a deep breath in, exhale. We're getting ready for an exercise called the one leg circle. Now this is also a very classic beginner level Pilates exercise. The goal of this exercise is to help with our hip flexors, stretching our hip flexors, also stretching our hamstrings, and then strengthening our abdominals, subcores, and pelvic floor as well. Lumbar is imprinted, glutes are squeezed. We take a deep breath in. We bring our leg extended towards the ceiling as much as you can. Make sure the leg is straight. Inhale. We're gonna open the leg out. Drop it down to the mat as much as possible. We're literally making a circle with our leg. You want to avoid rotating the hips, so our hips should be stable. The only thing that should be moving here is our legs. A few more. If you feel clicking or hear any clicking in your hip while you're performing this exercise, that's not a good sign. You want to stop if you feel any pain while doing this as well. If that's the case, just drop your legs towards the mat and just wait for the next exercise. Last one. And relax. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Switch to the left leg. Open. You don't have to make big, huge circles for this either. Just move your leg as much as your range of motion allows. Again, avoid any rotation in dips. Last one. Beautiful. Drop down and relax. Amazing. Extend your arms out behind you. Do a big stretch. Inhale. And exhale. Give thanks to your body for showing up today for class, clicking on this video, getting your mat out, and connecting with your body. You're doing a great job. Fantastic. So now we're going to move into some glute bridges. If you have your resistance band, go ahead and grab it. If you don't have your resistance band, again, completely fine. You'll be able to do this exercise without it. The resistance just helps make the workout a little bit more challenging. Okay? The band should be placed around your thighs, slightly underneath your knees, okay? I want you to bring your legs in just a little bit closer to your glutes. You're gonna have your spine in an imprinted position. So again, that lumbar is pressed against the mat, there's no space. Hands are parallel by our sides. We take a deep breath in. On the exhale, we squeeze the glutes and lift towards the ceiling. The weight of our body should be on our heels and then also on our scapulas for support. And we drop the glutes back down towards the mat, but we don't allow them to collapse completely. So again, take a deep breath in, exhale, squeeze and lift. You should really feel the workout in your glutes and also in your thighs. Give me 4 more. And inhale all the way down and exhale as we extend upward. And last one. Beautiful. Drop those glutes down towards the mat now and relax. Now, if you have your weights, grab them. If you don't, also completely fine. We're going to extend our elbows out towards our sides, so we'll wait for the midline. You're taking a deep breath in. We're making sure that our wrists are completely straight. We don't want any bent, floppy wrists. We need to grab the weights firmly so that our wrists are straight. We're going to inhale. Again, spine is in neutral. On the inhale, remember we keep that lumbar in our imprinted position. Exhale. We squeeze and lift. As we drop the glutes back down towards the mat, We extend the hands towards the ceiling with our weights. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Inhale, lower and extend. Remember to keep that spine in your imprinted position. That way you really can feel the workout in the glutes. Give me 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want you to hold the glutes here. 2 more seconds. And relax, drop it down to the mat. You can release your weights. Bring the knees into the chest. And relax, great job. Make sure you're breathing and relax. Okay. We're going to do another set of glute bridges. This time, we're going to do it with our ankles elevated. So again, we're back in our glute position. Knees are parallel with the hips. Heels are slightly closer towards the glutes. We're going to lift those heels off the floor. Take a deep breath in. Spine in our imprinted position. Exhale. We extend. Now, from here, if you can, I want you to press your legs outward, bring them back in, and drop it down towards the mat. So again, inhale, exhale, squeeze and lift, open the knees, together, and down. Continue. And make sure you keep those heels elevated. Spine in neutral. A few more. You can do it, you're doing great. I know you should definitely be feeling the burn in those glutes right now. I know I certainly am, but we all want a nice, juicy, round peach. Well, this is how we get it. This exercise is really working the glute medius, so this muscle is at the sides of the glutes that helps give our peach a nice rounded shape. Last one. We lift, open, and give me a couple pulses here. A few more, you can do it. And lower the glutes slowly towards the mat and relax. Bring the knees into the chest, great job. I know that was a little bit intense, even my glutes feel it. Great job, everyone. Okay, drop the leg down towards the mat. Extend the arms outward behind us. Deep breath in and out. Great job. All right, you can go ahead and take off your resistance band. from here, I want you to roll over onto your side, slowly as possible. Just if you can see me properly here. Okay, now that we're on our side, we're gonna do some lateral work. So, what I want you to do is, whatever is your bottom leg, so the leg that's laying on the mat, I want you to bend it in about a 90-degree angle, almost like a tabletop here, okay? You're gonna extend your arm outward so that your head rests on top of it. You wanna make sure that your weight is completely centered. You don't wanna be too far forward so that your weight comes down onto your chest and your stomach, but you don't wanna be far back where you have your weight pressed against your back and your glutes, okay? Try to keep your weight as centered as possible. Now, from here, we also want to make sure that our rib cage is not collapsed into the mat. There should be a slight space, so you're pulling up into your rib cage so that you're still engaging your core. Take one hand, place it on the mat for stability. That'll also help to make sure that you're not collapsed into your rib cage. You extend your top leg. Again, I don't know if it's just your left or your right, depending on the direction you're sitting in. But you extend the top leg outward, toes pointed, leg completely straight. I want you to lift and lower. Again, make sure that you're not collapsing that rib cage. Make sure you're breathing. Give me 4 more. Last one. Beautiful. Bend the knee in and relax for a little bit. If you have really tight hips, hip flexors, glute medius, you're definitely going to feel this workout, but it's great for you to do so that you begin to loosen those hips up. So we're going to do another lateral workout here. We make sure our rib cage is not collapsed into the mat. We have our hand pressed firmly down for support. Neck and chest are straight. Take a deep breath in. We extend the same leg. We flex the foot. We're going to slowly bring it forward as much as you can. Point the toe. Bring the leg back slightly behind the glutes. I want you to tap it down onto the floor. Back up, flex. Bring the leg forward again. Point and back. Maybe a few more. By a few, I mean 2. So 1. And last one. Beautiful. Bend that knee, bring it to meet your bottom leg, and relax for a moment. Great job. I want you to take that one hand, begin to slowly lift off the mat. Come into mermaid position. So the leg that you were using for support against the mat should be bent in front of you. The leg that was working in the exercise should be bent behind you. Try to make sure that you have your glutes pressed against the mat as much as possible. Chest is high. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, I want you to flex to the side. Nice, strong lateral flexion. Make sure we keep our chest centered. Our shoulders are away from our ears as much as possible. We don't want to do this. and we switch to the other side. Great job. Now we're going to switch and do the same lateral exercises on the opposite leg. So, remember to always slowly lower yourself down towards the mat. Okay, so again, arm is extended outward. Our head is resting on our arm. We make sure that our weight is centered. The supporting leg is bent at a 90-degree angle. The working leg is pointed. Rib cage not collapsing to the mat. We have that slight gap there to make sure the core is continued to be engaged. We take a deep breath in. We point the foot. Bring it up towards the ceiling as much as possible and lower it back down. So again, inhale. Exhale. Lift. Just a few more of these. Last two. And last one. Beautiful. Bend the knees. Give it a rest for a moment. Massage that glute medius if you need to. Beautiful. So again, we're going to go into the same exercise. Take a moment to prepare. Once you're ready, you extend that leg, lift it slightly, let it hover, flex the foot, bring it forward, point, extend it out, back behind the glutes, tap, and up. Great job, make sure you're keeping that core engaged. Keep your weight centered. Make sure you're breathing as well. Last two. And last one. Great job. Drop it down, up. Bring that knee in and relax. Now again, we push up. We come into the mermaid position with the opposite legs. So again, your supporting leg is bent in front of you. The working leg is bent behind you. We keep those glutes into the mat as much as we possibly can so that our weight is centered. Chest is high. We take a deep breath in and we flex laterally. Again, shoulders away from the ears, try not to collapse. And to the other side. Really pressing into our hips for this stretch. Great job. So we're about halfway through class, we're almost done. If you need a moment, take a sip of water, grab something to drink, get off your mat if you need to. Actually, don't get off your mat, but we're almost done. I promise you're doing a great job, and I'm so proud of you for showing up for yourself and continuing to flow through this workout no matter how challenging it may be for you. Right, so from here, we're gonna switch and we're gonna get onto all fours. So for those of you who don't know what all fours are, that's when we're here, our palms are on the mat, knees are on the mat as well, so all four. So from here, let's just do a little cat-cow stretch to prepare. So center your weight, make sure that your ankles are pressed into the mat as much as possible for stability. I also want you to make sure that your scapula, so the back of your shoulder blades, are protracted. So we're going to take a deep breath in. On the exhale, we're going to pull our abdominals in towards our back like a cat almost. Drop the head completely. Inhale. We're going to bring that spine into retroversion, so we're sticking our glutes out, spine is in a deep curve. Again, inhale. We draw in. Exhale. We're in retroversion. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Great job. Now from here, if you have your weights, go ahead and grab them. If you don't, completely fine. Again, you can do this workout without it. So we're in our all fours, and we're going to take a deep breath in. Make sure that you are activating your core. Shoulders are protracted nicely. Weight is centered. Once you find your balance, I want you to extend that right leg outward. Grab your weight in your left hand. So you can take a deep breath in. On the exhale, we lift the right leg off the mat. We take our left arm, bring it up, extend the elbow out, and down. Make sure you're connected to your core. And keep that head aligned. Two more. And the last one. Great job. And we switch to the other side. So we have our weight in our right hand. We're on our all fours still. Core is engaged and activated. Shoulders are protracted. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. We extend the left leg out. We take a deep breath in. Exhale. Extend that right elbow. And down. You want to make sure that your hips are squared. You don't want to rotate. Make sure you keep that core engaged. Last two. And last one. Great job. Bring the knee in. You can release your weight. Drop down into child's pose. And relax for a moment. Take deep breaths in and out. Great job. I want you to come back into all fours. Okay? Shoulders protracted. Again, ankles pressed into the mat for stability. Take a deep breath in. Again, I want you to extend that right leg. We're going to lift. Bring it in to the chest as much as possible. And extend out again. So again, right knee to the chest, flexing the spine, and out. Give me four more. Again, make sure you're not rotating those hips. Get them nice and square. Last one. Great job. And we switch to the left side. I'm also sweating. Okay, so left leg is out. No rotation in those hips, shoulders protracted, head and neck straight. Bend the knee, draw it into the chest, flex the spine, and back out. So the funny thing is, when I recorded these videos for you guys, I can't turn on my AC because then it messes up the audio. So I'm doing this in a room in my studio with no AC, windows closed to block out the noise from outside. It's literally like a heated Pilates class for me. Last two. And last one. Great job. Okay, bring that knee down. Drop down to child's pose once more and relax. You're in child's pose. Make sure that you're keeping the weight of your body over your ankles if possible. Beautiful. So we're going to go into just one more exercise, and then we are completely done with our series here. So we're going to slowly drop down towards the mat. Okay, from here, I want you to squeeze and activate your glutes. Press that pelvis into the mat for stability here. You're going to take a deep breath in, hands are by your chest. Exhale, we're going to lift, lower, lift the legs. If you can't do both, you can do one at a time. Aim for both, and if you can, adjust. So again, we're squeezing the glutes, pressing the pelvis into the mat. Deep breath in. Exhale, we're lifting the chest off the mat. Coming back down, and then lifting the legs. This is a modified version of the swan. This workout is great for spinal function, strengthening your pelvic floor. But again, we're doing a very beginner-friendly version of it. It's actually an advanced workout when you do it the complete way. But this is a great way to progress into this movement. Last two. We're almost done. I'm so proud of you. Chest up, drop it down, lift the legs, and lower. Great job. Just relax here on your mat for a moment. We've completed our workout. We're just going to do a little cool down next, but give yourself thanks and gratitude for showing up and completing this workout. I'm super proud of you. I hope you're proud of yourself. Okay. Palms into the mat by your chest. We lift. We come back to all fours. We're going to do another cat-cow. So deep breath in. Exhale. And deep breath in. Exhale. Last one. Deep breath in. And exhale. Great job. Just slowly drop those glutes down into the mat. Come into crisscross or Indian style as I call it. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, I want you to flex the spine, shift your weight back. Inhale, you do slowly dive that head forward, extend the chest, and back up. So give me 2 more of these. Flex, dive, and extend. Flex, dive, and we extend. Great job. I want you to take your left palm, put it on your right knee, bring your right hand back behind you. Make a circle, reach towards the ceiling. And with the right hand on the left knee, and we switch so the left palm is behind us. Another circle. Reach towards the ceiling, drop it down. Beautiful. Your hands are out by your side. Lift them toward the ceiling. Your head follows. Exhale. Again, we lift our hands towards the ceiling. Head follows. And exhale. Great job. I want you to just flex the spine here. Extend the chest. One more time. Flex the spine. And extend the chest. Great job. I want you to face your hands by your side. Do a nice lateral flexion to the left. The other side. Once more. And last side. Great job. I want you to extend your arms outward, bend the elbows, drop the head. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Bring your head back into center. And thank you so much for joining me in the Mindful Studio. I hope you enjoyed this beginner-friendly class. We're going to move into our sound session now. If you can stay for this portion of the video, I would love for you to. But if you have to go, I totally understand, and we'll see you next time in the Mindful Pilates Studio. So we're getting ready to close out today's class with our sound session. I want you to get in a comfortable position on your mat. That could be lying down, sitting, whatever feels most comfortable for you. Go ahead and get into that position. Once you're there, I would like for you to please close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Another deep breath in. Exhale. One more time, take a deep breath in and exhale. Connect to your consciousness. Open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me in the Mindful Pilates studio, and I will see you next time.